The Smiling Magician, a narrative of Ronaldinho's professional football life.
Introduction: The Smile and the Magic.
Ronaldinho, born Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, emerged onto the global football stage not just as a player, but as a phenomenon, an artist whose canvas was the football pitch. His game was a captivating blend of skill, flair, and an infectious, almost childlike joy that captivated audiences worldwide. He was renowned for his audacious dribbling, mesmerizing tricks, gravity-defying overhead kicks, and the iconic no-look passes that left defenders bewildered and spectators in awe. Pundits and teammates alike often described him as unplayable, a genius, and an unparalleled source of pure joy. What set Ronaldinho apart was his philosophy of the game, often encapsulated by the Brazilian term Jogo Bonito, the beautiful game. While Pelé may have popularized the phrase, Ronaldinho, particularly through Nike's Jogo Bonito campaign, ignited a revolution, making it a global movement. His playing style, characterized by unadulterated contagious joy, a focus on dribbling, and an unwavering commitment to making the game beautiful, stood in stark contrast to the evolving, more pragmatic and results-driven nature of modern football. At a time when football was increasingly defined by tactical systems and the pursuit of marginal gains, Ronaldinho's emphasis on individual brilliance and artistic expression served as a powerful reminder of the sport's artistic roots. He embodied a deeper longing among fans for football to remain an art form, a spectacle of creativity and passion. This report delves into the life and career of this smiling magician, exploring his origins, key career moments, the evolution of his unique style, his profound cultural impact, and the controversies that often shadowed his brilliance.
Roots of the Jogo Bonito, early life and Brazilian beginnings.
Ronaldinho's journey began far from the glittering stadiums of Europe, in the working-class city of Porto Alegre, the state capital of Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Born Ronaldo de Assis Moreira on March 21, 1980, he grew up in a humble household. His mother, Dona Miguelina Eloy Assis dos Santos, worked as a salesperson, and his father, João de Assis Moreira, was a shipyard worker who also played football for a local club. This familial connection to the sport meant that Ronaldinho inherited a deep passion for football from a very young age. He quickly earned the affectionate nickname Ronaldinho, meaning Little Ronaldo, a moniker given because he was often the youngest and smallest player in youth matches, distinguishing him from the elder Ronaldo Nazario. His older brother, Roberto de Assis Moreira, also pursued a football career and would later become Ronaldinho's manager, a relationship that would prove both supportive and, at times, problematic. A profound tragedy struck Ronaldinho's family when he was just 8 years old. His father, whom he idolized, died of a heart attack drowning in the swimming pool of their new home. This nicer home had been a gift from Roberto's club, Grêmio, intended to convince his older brother to stay at the club. This devastating event, occurring in a home provided by football, created a complex, almost symbiotic relationship between the sport and his personal life. Football, which offered his family upward mobility and opportunity, also became the setting for his greatest personal loss. This early trauma is believed to have helped him develop a great tolerance for frustration, a lot of perseverance, instilling in him a great fighting spirit, shaping a deep-seated resilience beneath his outwardly joyful demeanor. His later joyful and free playing style could be interpreted as a way to process this early pain, to celebrate the life his father loved, and to embody the hope that football represented for his family and his nation.
Ronaldinho's football skills blossomed early. He became an active participant in local youth club matches and first captured media attention at the age of 13 when he remarkably scored all 23 goals in a 23-0 victory against a local team. This prodigious talent quickly identified him as a rising star. In 1997, he was selected for Brazil's Under-17 national team, helping his squad win the FIFA Under-17 World Championship in Egypt. A crucial aspect of his development was his early interest in futsal and beach football, which later expanded to organized football. Many of his signature moves, including his exceptional ball control, originated from futsal, a game played in very small spaces that demands quick thinking and intricate footwork. This early immersion in futsal was not merely a developmental path, but the fundamental crucible that forged his distinctive improvisational playing style. While he may have lacked explosive pace over short and long distances, he compensated with sheer strength and balance and unparalleled ball manipulation, making him a master of deception rather than raw athleticism. His ability to consistently outwit defenders with feints, nutmegs, and audacious touches was perfected in the tight confines of futsal, providing a tangible link between his Brazilian street football origins and his European superstardom. Ronaldinho signed his first professional contract with Grêmio and made his senior side debut during the Copa Libertadores at just 17 years old. He achieved considerable success with the team, scoring 22 goals in 47 matches in 1999 and delivering headlining performances in derbies, notably against Internacional. He helped Grêmio win the Copa Sul Minas and Campeonato Gaúcho in 1999. His talent quickly translated to the international stage as he won the 1999 Copa América with Brazil and scored 6 goals in the 1999 Confederations Cup, earning the Golden Ball for Best Player and Golden Boot for Top Scorer. The social and sporting environment in Brazil during Ronaldinho's youth was deeply influential. The late 1980s and early 1990s were marked by a torrid political, social, and economic period, and upheaval and various social issues. In this landscape, sports stars, particularly footballers, served as heroes and ephemeral icons, providing hope and a form of alternative governance where politicians often failed. Brazilian footballers frequently hailed from impoverished areas, and their success was a powerful statement against being forgotten, embodying a national dream of escape and triumph over adversity. Ronaldinho's rise perfectly encapsulated this narrative, making his journey resonate deeply with the Brazilian people.
The Parisian Prelude, PSG years 2001 to 2003.
Ronaldinho's leap to European football was marked by controversy from the outset. In 2001, he signed a 5-year contract with French club Paris Saint-Germain for a reported €5 million. However, the transfer was far from smooth. PSG announced a pre-contract agreement, but Grêmio, his former club, vehemently denied any contact and claimed they would receive no compensation for a player who had spent 14 years in their system. This contentious dispute forced FIFA to intervene, leading to Ronaldinho being sidelined for several months while the matter was resolved. Eventually, a fee of €4 million was concluded, allowing him to finally join PSG. This rocky start to his European career immediately introduced an element of friction and legal wrangling, setting a precedent for future off-field issues. It also demonstrated the intense global demand for his unique talent, with Arsenal also showing interest before the move collapsed due to work permit issues. Once on the pitch, Ronaldinho's brilliance was undeniable, though his time in the French capital was a mixed affair. He made his debut league for PSG on August 4, 2001, and quickly began to showcase his skills. Over 2 seasons, he scored 17 goals in 55 Ligue 1 appearances and contributed to PSG reaching the Coupe de la Ligue semifinals in 2001-2002. He had moments of breathtaking brilliance, including scoring in 4 consecutive matches after the winter break in 2001-2002. However, his initial success was marred by controversy with manager Luis Fernandes. Fernandes publicly criticized Ronaldinho for being too focused on the Parisian nightlife rather than football, and complained about his long sojourns in his homeland, even alleging that Ronaldinho lied about having teeth pulled to extend a Christmas holiday. Ronaldinho later expressed a clear lack of respect for Fernandes, contrasting him sharply with Jose Mourinho. This period showcased his undeniable talent, but also revealed the first cracks in his professional discipline, highlighting a recurring theme where his free spirit clashed with the demands of structured club environments.
Amidst these club-level challenges, Ronaldinho experienced a pivotal triumph that elevated his global profile immensely: the 2002 FIFA World Cup. He was an integral player in Brazil's World Cup winning team, forming a formidable attacking trio alongside two other football legends, Ronaldo and Rivaldo, famously known as the Three Rs. His most iconic moment came in the quarterfinal against England, where he scored the game-winning goal with a memorable long-distance free kick that left goalkeeper David Seaman stunned. Despite being controversially sent off in the same match for a foul on Danny Mills, Brazil held on to advance. Ronaldinho returned for the final against Germany, helping his team clinch their record fifth World Cup title and earning a spot in the FIFA World Cup All-Star team. The juxtaposition of Ronaldinho's off-field indiscipline at PSG with his World Cup heroics highlights a recurring tension in his career. His ability to deliver moments of unparalleled brilliance on the biggest stages, despite a perceived lack of consistent professional dedication. His genius was so profound that it could manifest spectacularly even when his overall professional regimen was questioned, with the high stakes of a World Cup seemingly overriding his disciplinary issues. This period serves as an early microcosm of his entire professional life, presenting the magician who could conjure miracles, but whose personal habits often threatened to undermine his professional career.
Barcelona's Renaissance, the Golden Era, 2003 to 2008.
Ronaldinho's arrival at FC Barcelona in 2003 marked a monumental turning point, not just for his career, but for the entire club. Signed for €32.25 million, outbidding Manchester United, his transfer was more than just a high-profile acquisition. It was a transformative act that rescued Barcelona from a deep crisis. Before his arrival, Barcelona was in a bad time, caught in a negative spiral, facing intense problems and significant debt, and had finished a historically poor sixth in La Liga in the 2002-03 season. Ronaldinho chose Barcelona despite their lack of Champions League football, a gamble on a team in disarray that demonstrated his belief in his own transformative power. He is widely credited with changing Barcelona's history and being the great architect of Barca's footballing resurgence. Lionel Messi himself acknowledged this, stating, "Ronaldinho was responsible for the change in Barca. It was a bad time, and the change that came about with his arrival was amazing." This powerful influence transcended individual performances, bringing back joy, confidence, and a winning mentality to a club that had lost its way, setting the stage for its subsequent golden era. His 5 years at Barcelona were Ronaldinho's undisputed peak, a period awash with goals, excitement, and major team trophies. He quickly became an icon to the masses, winning his first La Liga title and the FIFA World Player of the Year award in his second season, 2004-2005. The 2005-06 campaign is widely considered his prime, as he led Barcelona to their first Champions League title in 14 years and secured another La Liga title, achieving his first career double. During this stellar season, he recorded a career-best 26 goals. His individual brilliance was recognized globally as he received the prestigious 2005 Ballon d'Or and his second consecutive FIFA World Player of the Year award. He was also named UEFA Club Footballer of the Year for the 2005-2006 season and was included in Pelé's FIFA 100 list of prominent living players.
Ronaldinho's time at Barcelona was punctuated by iconic goals and moments that solidified his legend. His stunning goal against Chelsea in the 2005 Champions League remains a highlight. Perhaps the most remarkable testament to his transcendent talent came during the 2005-2006 El Clasico, where he scored 2 solo goals against arch-rivals Real Madrid and received a standing ovation from the Santiago Bernabeu crowd, a rare feat achieved by only a handful of opposing players in history.
During this golden era, Ronaldinho also played a crucial role in the development of a young Lionel Messi. He acted as a godfather to Messi, and their close relationship was highlighted in a FIFA Plus documentary. Ronaldinho provided the assist for Messi's first ever goal for Barcelona, symbolizing the passing of the torch. In a heartfelt letter to his younger self, Ronaldinho advised a youthful Messi to play with happiness, play free, just play with the ball, demonstrating his understanding of his own legacy and its potential transfer. Messi later expressed a wish that he could have spent a couple more years with him, underscoring the profound impact Ronaldinho had on his early development. This narrative of succession positions Ronaldinho as a foundational figure for modern Barcelona's dominance, enabling the next wave of attacking talent by demonstrating that magic still had a place at the highest level. However, Ronaldinho's stellar run at Barcelona began to decline after the 2006-2007 season, where the team finished second in La Liga to Real Madrid. The 2007-2008 season was particularly challenging, plagued by injuries. His decline was attributed to a decrease in dedication and focus towards football and a penchant for the nightlife. Former teammate Alexander Helb even alleged that Ronaldinho and Deco came to training drunk, leading to fears that he would bring down Lionel Messi. This combination of physical issues and personal choices ultimately contributed to his departure from Barcelona in July 2008, when he signed with AC Milan. This period marked the beginning of the end of his European peak, with personal choices and physical issues contributing to his departure from the club he had so spectacularly transformed.
The Italian chapter, AC Milan, 2008 to 2011.
Following his departure from Barcelona, Ronaldinho embarked on a new chapter in Italy, signing a 3-year contract with AC Milan in July 2008. Milan acquired the Brazilian for 18 million euros, with the clear hope that his creative genius would breathe life into an aging but ambitious team and help restore their European dominance. At 28 years old, Ronaldinho was still viewed as a marquee addition, capable of balancing experience with renewal alongside talents like Alessandro Pato and Filippo Inzaghi. For Ronaldinho, it was a chance to prove he could still perform at the highest level after his Barcelona decline. His debut season, 2008-09, hinted at a resurgence, as he scored 10 goals from 32 appearances across all competitions. His trademark flair and vision quickly made him a fan favorite, bringing a new dimension to Milan's play. The Rossoneri faithful, accustomed to Serie A's tactical and defensive style, were enamored by his creativity, and Ronaldinho seemed rejuvenated by the fresh challenge. From free kicks to audacious dribbles, his moments of magic offered glimpses of his Barcelona brilliance and gave fans hope that his best days were not entirely behind him. However, Ronaldinho's stint with Milan was ultimately described as a mixed bag and generally not very successful in comparison to his previous heights. Questions about his fitness and work ethic, which had emerged in his final Barcelona years, continued to loom, with his decline in physical sharpness becoming increasingly apparent. Serie A's tactical intensity and defensive rigor demanded consistent physical conditioning, and maintaining his peak performance proved challenging. 49. His then coach, Carlo Ancelotti, noted that Ronaldinho's physical condition has always been very precarious, and that his decline was not surprising. The 2009-10 season saw less consistency, and his influence waned as Milan's tactical approach began prioritizing balance and defensive solidity, leaving him in more of a supporting role. While he still delivered moments of magic and ended the season as Serie A's top assist provider, his struggles with pace and fitness were magnified. By the 2010-11 season, his role had significantly diminished, and although Milan won the Scudetto that year, Ronaldinho played a reduced part, eventually departing in January 2011 to return to Brazil. This inconsistent performance at AC Milan, despite flashes of brilliance, solidified the perception of his physical decline and waning dedication. Pundits noted that he seemed to have lost the love for the consistent grind of the game, and that the drive he enjoyed for a spell under Rijkaard was gone, suggesting that the sport had at times just become a job. This period is crucial for understanding the tragedy or sad end often associated with his post-Barcelona career. It shifted the narrative from a continuous ascent to one marked by a premature peak, prompting the enduring question about his longevity had his dedication matched his talent.
Return to Brazil and beyond. Flamengo, Atlético Mineiro, Querétaro, Fluminense.
After his European journey, Ronaldinho returned to his homeland, Brazil, seeking new challenges and perhaps a rekindling of his footballing joy. He joined Flamengo in 2011, embarking on a one-year stint before moving to Atlético Mineiro in June 2012. It was with Atlético Mineiro that Ronaldinho orchestrated a remarkable late-career resurgence, defying the prevailing narrative of his decline. In 2013, he was instrumental in helping the team win the Campeonato Mineiro and, most significantly, led them to their first-ever Copa Libertadores title. This triumph was a crowning glory and a remarkable example of a man rolling back the years. At 33 years old, an age when many players are well past their prime, Ronaldinho achieved a unique feat. He became the only player in history to win the World Cup, a Copa America, a Confederations Cup, a Champions League, a Copa Libertadores, and a Ballon d'Or. He explicitly stated his motivation for returning to Brazil was to win the Libertadores, a trophy he still lacked. This oasis in the desert of his later career demonstrated that in the right environment, a side that was set up for him, and with a specific, personal motivation, his inherent footballing intelligence and talent could still deliver monumental success, even if his physical attributes were waning. This achievement adds a crucial layer of complexity to Ronaldinho's career, showing that his story is not a simple rise and fall, but one with unexpected peaks and valleys, underscoring his unique blend of genius and mercurial nature. It reinforced the idea that his impact was not solely dependent on peak physical condition, but on his unparalleled footballing brain and the sheer joy he brought to the game when truly motivated. Following his successful stint with Atlético Mineiro, Ronaldinho continued his journey, albeit with diminishing returns. In September 2014, he signed a 2-year contract with the Mexican club Querétaro. During this period, reports emerged of his wavering professional commitment, with a former teammate claiming Ronaldinho would fly to Cancun after Friday matches and not return until Tuesday. His final professional club was Fluminense, where his spell was brief and largely unsuccessful. He played just 7 or 9 games in 3 months, failing to score or provide any assists, and was even booed by his own fans. While the move was initially hailed as a commercial success due to his enduring appeal, those who watched his appearances did not share that satisfaction. He officially retired from professional football in 2018. The stark contrast between his Copa Libertadores triumph and his subsequent brief, unproductive stint at Fluminense highlights the increasing unpredictability and diminishing professional commitment in the final years of his career. While the Libertadores win demonstrated his ability to perform in a tailored environment, the Fluminense experience suggests that such specific motivation or ideal conditions became increasingly rare or insufficient.
The commercial success of the Fluminense move, despite his poor on-field performance, indicates that his marketability outlasted his consistent footballing ability, pointing to a shift in his role from player to icon. This final chapter reinforces the sad end narrative often associated with his later career, portraying a player whose immense talent could no longer consistently overcome a lack of sustained dedication or physical decline.
The art of the game, playing style and evolution.
Ronaldinho's playing style was a spectacle, a fusion of raw talent and cultivated technique that made him one of the most watchable footballers of all time. He was renowned for his technical skills, creativity, agility, pace, dribbling ability, and a vast repertoire of tricks, feints, no-look passes, and overhead kicks. A significant portion of his signature moves, including the famous Elastico, a move he learned from watching his idol Rivellino, originated from futsal. Futsal, played in very small spaces, demands exceptional ball control and quick improvisation, which became the bedrock of his game. His game was fundamentally based on improvisation and instinct, allowing him to make split-second decisions that often baffled opponents. He famously stated that he preferred dribbling over scoring goals, finding immense joy in the artistry of beating a defender. Ronaldinho's unique playing style, heavily rooted in futsal, allowed him to compensate for a lack of explosive speed, with unparalleled close control, strength, and improvisation, making him a master of deception rather than raw athleticism. While analysis notes he lacked explosive pace over short and long distances, he compensated with sheer strength and balance to absorb contact and maintain separation from defenders. This meant his dribbling was not about outrunning opponents, but outwitting them through feints, precise touches, and rapid changes in direction. His instinct and improvisation were honed by the rapid-fire decision-making required in futsal, allowing him to consistently outmaneuver opponents. This deconstructs the magic of Ronaldinho, revealing it as a sophisticated adaptation of skills learned in a demanding footballing environment. It highlights that his genius was not merely raw talent, but a highly refined and intelligent application of specific techniques.
He was capable of playing in several attacking positions, primarily as a classic number 10, attacking midfielder, but also as a winger, often an inverted winger on the left flank, and a second striker. His ability to drop deep or drift wide allowed him to receive the ball freely and face the opposition's goal, making him a tactical nightmare for defenders. Beyond his dazzling dribbling, Ronaldinho was an accurate finisher with either foot and a renowned free kick and penalty specialist. His technique, particularly his ability to bend the ball from set pieces or strike it with power underneath the wall, even influenced his former teammate Lionel Messi's free kick prowess. Despite his unparalleled brilliance, pundits often noted that Ronaldinho's peak was relatively short. His decline, particularly after his Barcelona years, was consistently attributed to a decrease in dedication and focus towards football, mounting injuries, and off-field distractions. His physical condition was described as very precarious by coaches. He was sometimes characterized as a child who refuses to grow up, and someone who appeared to have lost the love for the consistent grind of elite football, with the sport at times feeling like just a job. This narrative of physical and dedication-related decline highlights a fundamental tension between his inherent love for the beautiful game and the relentless, often joyless demands of elite professional football. The what-if question frequently accompanies his legacy. What could he have achieved with more unwavering dedication and a longer peak? This frames his decline not just as a failure, but as a consequence of prioritizing the art and joy of football over the relentless pursuit of statistical longevity or physical perfection, which in turn explains why, despite a shorter peak, his impact on the spirit of football remains so profound.
Beyond the pitch, cultural icon and global impact.
Ronaldinho's influence extended far beyond the confines of the football pitch, transforming him into a true cultural icon. While Pelé may have popularized the term Jogo Bonito, Ronaldinho, particularly through his collaboration with Nike on the Jogo Bonito campaign, ignited a revolution in how the beautiful game was perceived and played. He became a symbol of freedom on the pitch, constantly reminding fans and aspiring footballers alike that football should be played with passion, happiness, and flair. His unique style was a spectacle that delighted fans worldwide, making him one of the most beloved figures in the sport's history. His impact on the next generation of footballers is undeniable and profound. Ronaldinho inspired an entire generation of footballers across the world, including future legends like Lionel Messi, Neymar Jr., and Kylian Mbappe. These players grew up idolizing Ronaldinho's fearless style, his infectious smile, and his unique ability to make the impossible look effortless. Messi himself called Ronaldinho a godfather figure and credited him with changing Barça, highlighting the direct, personal mentorship that shaped his early career. Ronaldinho's influence on the next generation, particularly Lionel Messi and Neymar, transcends mere idolization. It represents a direct transmission of the Jogo Bonito philosophy and a mentorship that shaped the trajectory of modern football. His advice to Messi to play with happiness, play free, just play with the ball exemplifies this. His influence lives on the feet of many of today's stars in the playground tricks of children worldwide, solidifying his role as a bridge between eras and a shaper of football's future.
Ronaldinho's universal appeal also translated into massive commercial success, cementing his status as a truly global brand. He was one of the most popular players worldwide, endorsing major brands such as Nike, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, EA Sports, Gatorade, and Danone. In 2006, at the peak of his powers, he earned over $19 million from endorsements alone, surpassing his Barcelona wages. His image adorned multiple FIFA video game covers, further embedding him in popular culture. His endorsements spanned a diverse range of products, from wine to mobile phones, illustrating his versatile brand affiliations. His commercial success and widespread endorsements were not merely a byproduct of his talent, but a direct reflection of his unique ability to embody and market the joy and artistry of football, making him a cultural phenomenon beyond sporting achievement. He wasn't just selling products, he was selling an experience of football, making him relevant even to non-football fans and ensuring his legacy endures despite a relatively short peak. Beyond his on-field magic and commercial ventures, Ronaldinho also used his platform for positive social change. He immersed himself in various charitable endeavors, providing support to underprivileged children and using his fame and fortune to promote education and social justice. His charity work extended beyond Brazil, involving the building of sports facilities in impoverished neighborhoods and advocating for children's rights. His impact was not confined within the four lines of the football pitch. It resonated far and wide, a true testament to the positive influence he made on and off the pitch. He is remembered not just for the goals he scored or the trophies he won, but for how he made people feel, for his ability to create memories with a few kicks of the ball, and for the sheer joy and exuberance he brought to the beautiful game.
Shadows and scrutiny, controversies and lesser-known facts.
While Ronaldinho's career is largely celebrated for its dazzling brilliance, it was also punctuated by controversies and off-field incidents that cast shadows over his professional life. The contentious nature of his transfer from Grêmio to Paris Saint-Germain in 2001 served as an early indicator of the complexities he would face. The dispute over his transfer fee led to FIFA intervention and a period where he was sidelined,
highlighting the legal wrangling and friction that sometimes accompanied his moves. Gremio's claim that they were not contacted about the pre-contract agreement set a precedent for future off-field issues and the challenges of managing his career. Throughout his career, Ronaldinho faced recurring clashes with coaches over his lifestyle and professional discipline. At PSG, manager Luis Fernandez openly criticized him for his love of Parisian nightlife and long sojourns in his homeland. Fernandez even alleged that Ronaldinho lied about having teeth pulled to extend a Christmas holiday, showcasing the growing tension between the player's free spirit and the club's expectations. Ronaldinho later revealed his lack of respect for Fernandez, contrasting it with the deference he would show to a manager like Jose Mourinho. These incidents hinted at a personality that, while artistically brilliant, might struggle with the rigid demands of top-tier professional football.
Disciplinary issues continued into his Barcelona tenure. Former teammate Alexander Heb alleged that Ronaldinho and Deco occasionally came to training drunk, leading to fears within the club that he would, quote, bring down Lionel Messi, and contributing to his eventual sale. Pundits and observers frequently noted his penchant for the nightlife and an unwillingness to battle his weight issues properly, which contributed to his decline in performance after his peak. Even in his later career, during his time with Mexican club Querétaro, a former teammate claimed Ronaldinho would regularly fly to Cancun after Friday matches and not return until Tuesday, indicating a continued struggle with professional commitment. His hosting of a 5-day party for his 32nd birthday in a motel further underscored this pattern. The recurring pattern of off-field controversies and disciplinary issues throughout Ronaldinho's career reveals a fundamental struggle with the rigorous demands of elite professional sport and personal accountability, ultimately impacting the longevity of his peak. The description of him as a child who refuses to grow up and comments about his precarious physical condition and decrease in dedication point to a deeper issue than just bad choices, implying a personality that struggled with the relentless grind and strictures of top-tier football, perhaps finding the job aspect less appealing than the joy. More serious legal troubles also marred Ronaldinho's life. He and his brother were fined £2 million for building an illegal fishing platform on protective land in Porto Alegre. Their refusal to pay the fine led to the seizure of their passports and the confiscation of 57 properties, cars, and paintings. In a widely publicized incident in 2020, Ronaldinho and his brother/manager Assis spent 32 days in a Paraguayan prison after being accused of entering the country with fake passports. While Ronaldinho claimed he had no idea the passports were fake and believed they were an honorary gift, he used them despite not needing them as a Brazilian citizen. Prosecutors investigated whether he and his brother were part of a wider money laundering scheme, especially given that his brother, Roberto, had been found guilty of money laundering in 2012. Paulo Odon, former Gremio president, even claimed Assis's role in Ronaldinho's life was abusive. These serious legal and financial issues highlight the challenges he faced beyond the pitch and the complexities of his personal management, adding depth and a touch of tragedy to the overall story.
The enduring legacy, Ronaldinho's place in football history.
Ronaldinho's place in football history is undeniably iconic, a testament to a career that, while not always consistent, was undeniably spectacular. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest and most skillful players of all time. His unique achievement of being the only player to have won the World Cup, Copa America, Confederations Cup, Champions League, Copa Libertadores, and a Ballon d'Or firmly establishes him as one of the most decorated and uniquely successful players in the sport's annals. Beyond the impressive list of accolades, Ronaldinho's career serves as a powerful reminder that football, at its best, isn't just about winning. It's about inspiring, creating, and bringing joy to the game. He redefined football with his unique style and charisma, making people happy and bringing pure joy to the game with his every touch. His enduring legacy is not solely defined by his unparalleled list of unique trophies or individual accolades, but by his profound cultural impact as the embodiment of Jogo Bonito and the inspiration he provided to a generation. Testimonials from peers and coaches underscored his unique talent and impact. Lionel Messi stated, "Ronaldinho was responsible for the change in Barça. It was a bad time, and the change that came about with his arrival was amazing," and expressed, "I wish I could have spent a couple more years with him." Frank Rijkaard, his Barcelona coach, observed, "He transmits a lot of joy and pleasure playing the game, and he has individual skills that are of such a high level that everybody in the world adores him." Rijkaard also noted, "He is the man that makes the difference between a team that plays well and another that is really memorable. He alone can decide one game." Roberto Carlos praised his magic feat, but was not just about tricks. He created and scored the goals to match his ability. Zinedine Zidane described him as total class, a very, very great player. He is quick, powerful, and has extraordinary technical qualities. He is a dribbler, but is also a player who can make the play for his teammates. Pelé honored him by including him in the FIFA 100 list of prominent living players. Pundits often reflected that, at his peak, Ronaldinho was probably the most technically gifted player ever, and that he was so good that he received a standing ovation at Bernabeu. Many echoed the sentiment that nobody, not even Messi, brought the same feeling watching him as Ronaldinho. It was pure joy and football. Ronaldinho himself encapsulated his philosophy. Football is about joy. It's about dribbling. I favor every idea that makes the game beautiful. He added, "I have the chance to do for a living what I like the most in life, and that's playing football. I can make people happy and enjoy myself at the same time."
Ronaldinho's enduring legacy is not solely defined by his unparalleled list of unique trophies or individual accolades, but by his profound cultural impact as the embodiment of Jogo Bonito and the inspiration he provided to a generation. Despite his extraordinary achievements, much of the commentary and fan sentiment emphasizes his style of play, his joy, and his influence on others. Messi's Godfather comment and the Nike Jogo Bonito campaign highlight a legacy that transcends mere statistics, suggesting that his impact was more about the qualitative experience he provided than just the quantitative results. This allows for the conclusion that Ronaldinho's true legacy lies in his ability to make people feel the beauty of football, to inspire a generation to play with happiness, and to remind the world that football is an art form. His controversies and shorter peak become part of a human story of genius and its complexities, but they do not overshadow the indelible mark he left on the game's soul. He is remembered not just for what he won, but for how he won and how he played, making him a cultural icon whose influence continues to resonate. His career poses a stark question. Should we be grateful for what he gave us, or angry that it ended so soon? Many believe that if his love for partying had not equaled his love for playing football, he might have gone down as the best in history. Yet, as his former Grêmio coach Celso Roth put it, Ronaldinho was a cut above the rest. This paradox of unparalleled brilliance, intertwined with personal challenges, ensures his legacy is complex yet captivating. Ronaldinho's story is a vivid tapestry of triumph, joy, and human imperfection, ensuring his place as an irreplaceable icon in the pantheon of footballing greats.